Before you judge me on that can of SpaghettiOs and the sugary cereal sitting in my pantry, let's talk about how I turned this pantry into my dream. I started with unfinished cabinets from Home Depot. They are cost effective and they look amazing. Because they are raw wood, I went ahead and used a bin primer to coat the frame, doors, everything to give it a fresh start. I used my favorite triangle brush from Zebra. Allows you to get right in all those tight cracks. Finish it off with a foam roller to make sure I had a smooth coat. I did this with 3 coats on this. I know you're all gonna ask about the color. This is actually a paint match to our current island, or our island at the last house, so I don't have a color for you, but it's a very dark gray with slight blue undertones. Once I had the cabinets painted and they were drying, I went inside and started removing the racks. I have never seen so many screws and so many drywall anchors in my life. The longer I spent taking those out, the more holes I realized I had to fill. So I changed direction and started removing the baseboards. Always take the baseboards off if you're creating something that you want to have a built-in look. I had to do it on the side here too because I wanted the side cabinet to push right against the wall. Some of my cabinets were actually wall cabinets, not base cabinets. So I built this base out of 2x4s to bring the base cabinets up and make them level with the floor cabinets that I had as well. As I mentioned before, I got a little discouraged with all of the holes in the wall, so I had only taken out enough of the racks to slide in my cabinets. But now it was time to get the rest out, so I had nowhere to put my food for the next, 3 weeks, I think. Drove my husband insane. After all those shelves were down, you could really see how much wasted space there was in this room. The ceilings were 10 feet tall, so I had so much space that hadn't been utilized. Filled all the holes, sanded that all down, and then I started working on the butcher block countertop. I used a Danish oil to seal my countertops. I wanted it to have a pretty natural color, so I went with the natural Danish oil. I think I did 3 coats on these. You want to make sure that you get it on the ends after you make your cuts. So here you see me making cuts. After that, I went back and I oiled the ends. Otherwise, you're going to have expansion problems. Got those all cut, installed, had to decide, do I want the backsplash, no backsplash? I don't know. I didn't do the backsplash. I went ahead and just painted the walls. But before I painted the walls, of course, I decided to hang a shelf because I like results, but it also made my life harder later. As usual, I couldn't find my opener for my paint, so I just used a screw. In case you didn't know this trick, it works every time. Zebra triangle brush to the rescue again. Look at those nice clean lines. I used Sherwin-Williams City Loft in here. It's the same color I had in the rest of my house. Caulk the seams, always use tape so that you don't get it on your butcher block. And once that was done, all the shelves were in. I had to put in the toe kick last. I don't have a video of that. I honestly couldn't love the space more. We had drawers for the kids' snacks. The Lazy Susan let me put all my big pots and crock pots away. The cereal dispensers were life-changing. We still use them at the new house. I liked being able to have things where I could see them. If it's out of sight, it's out of mind for me, so it was huge. And this cute little toaster just finished it.